Well, howdy there, y'all. Yamasaki here. Welcome back to the channel, and today is a special video because today we're not going to be looking at any RC helicopter, airplane, or car. Today we're going to be looking at a vehicle. And let me tell you something, guys. This vehicle, very few own. Very few own because it's an extremely, extremely rare vehicle to find nowadays. So let's go ahead and go outside and take a look at it. Now, I did, back on the Yamasaki show, make a video about this vehicle, but as you guys know, the Yamasaki show is no longer in existence, and so I have to make a new video on it. And in that video on the Yamasaki show, I just overviewed it pretty much. But in this video, I'm basically going to be showing you the vehicle plus everything I've done to it, because I've actually been doing a little bit of some stuff to it because it was going to be a future project, but as you guys hopefully know from watching my my junior telemaster video, I'm on spring break in Montana, and being that my spring break has been extended because of the virus, I'm now in Montana for a couple more weeks, and I just turned this vehicle into a little project to hopefully get a little bit of it done, so in the future I don't have to do as much. So let me go ahead and put this cheater bar. I have a cheater bar because I'm actually taking some parts off of it right now, and I'll actually put the ratchet in there too. It was in my pocket. But yeah, so without further ado, guys, let me show you what vehicle we're looking at today. So here it is, guys. There she is. This is a 1982 Toyota 4x4 SR5 Trekker. Now, this particular Toyota pickup is an extremely, extremely rare vehicle to find nowadays, because they only made about 1,000 to 1,500 of them total, and they're basically the pre-first generation prototype of all 4Runners nowadays. That's my third generation, and there's my dad's second generation. But as you can see, guys, she's not in bad shape until we go and look on the inside. There's the fuel cap. We did actually get this thing running around 5 years ago or so. Still has a stock Asian carburetor. It's got a 22R in it. The Trekkers are notorious for having these hatches fail. They're locking mechanisms. It's got no bumper on it, but I do plan on putting this aluminum bumper on it. It actually matches up perfectly with these bumper brackets, but as you can see, these ones are mangled. So I have to go and steal a couple from the ones in the backyard. Me and my dad do love our Toyotas. As you can see, it's got some rims on it. I was going to plan on put all matching 4 of these tires on, but for some reason when I tried to put one of these on the front, it didn't want to go all the way on, so I put these chrome ones on. And then as you can see, I have another tire right there with the same rim. I'm going to put it on the other side on the back, but I do have the chrome rims on the front. I think it looks pretty cool. I bet it would look better if I had the chrome rims on the back and then the solid white rims on the front. As you can see, it's got no grille, headlights, or bumper. I did try and take off the lower front bumper, and I got almost done with it, but this one screw here is giving me trouble, so I'm gonna have to use a special tool that my dad has for getting them off. And my dad actually bought this Trekker plus 3 other early 80s long bed 20R 4-speed Toyotas from an old family friend for like $500 some 20 years ago. and they abused these trucks pretty dang hard. Fiberglass is actually nice. The thing about these Trekkers is pretty much Toyota and Winnebago made an agreement where Toyota sent out stock bare bones Toyota pickups, and Winnebago took the front cab and left it pretty much, but then they added on a solid fiberglass back. And so from the back of the cab all the way back is solid fiberglass. And there is some damage that I'm going to have to fix, but this doesn't look too bad. Just going to have to sand it down and do some fiberglassing work. There's a little bit of a crack here too, but it's what a sander's for if you mess up. And then the other corner here needs a little bit of work. I also took off the seal here because it was made with crap foam or whatever. So I'm going to have to put some new foam there. The latches are in pretty good shape. They don't seem to budge or anything. The tail lights do work. This blinker works and the rear reverse lights work, but this turn signal here doesn't work. I tried to jump start it the other day with my 4Runner. I put an old battery in it and just tried to jump start it, but she didn't want to fire really. She popped a couple times, but there's a nice Toyota badge. Reflector lights are kind of shot. They're not shot. Yeah, well, they pretty much are. The entire base piece is broken, so I'm going to have to replace that. It's got no mirror. Windshield is definitely in need of a replacing, as you can see. So I think I've showed you guys enough of the outside. Let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. And this is where most of the work I've been doing. Like I said, this is an SR5. It's hard to differentiate SR5s from base models, but to sum it up, I did my research, and a lot of people say the SR5s came with tacks. They also came with updated dash features, and so this was at one point a wood grain dash, but they painted over it. Another SR5 features, they did upgraded interior, so they had shade carpet on the lower parts of the door panels, as well as shade carpet all throughout the cab. As you can see, there's all the shade carpet. But yeah, like I said, most of the work I've been doing in here, I took out the bucket seats. There was bucket seats in here, but the people that owned this before my dad, they kind of put bucket seats that weren't really designed to go in here, and so I had to take those out. I'm going to put a bench seat in because I don't think they ever did that on these Trekkers. But I did take off this door panel here. The door panel was pretty much shot. One whole part of it was missing and everything, and so I just pried it off. I kept everything that needed to be kept for the door to be functional. The windows do work. So do the vent windows. And I looked online, and a lot of people say that vent windows were part of the SR5 package. I don't think that's true, because I do have a 1980 Toyota over there that's a future project. No rust at all. And it's got vent windows, and it was the base model. This also has power steering. 5-speed. SR5 brought 5-speed. I can't really speak today. Also took out the top. Top was literally caved in. Like I said, I kept all the stuff that came with it. Here's the sunshades, and here's the other trim piece that goes right here. When I took the carpet off, I didn't really see all the damage here of the rust, but as you can see, these Toyotas are notorious for rusting, so I'm going to have to cut all that out and patchwork it. It's also rusty back here too, where the other mount is. I don't even know where the other body mount is, but it's rusty in certain spots that I'm going to have to cut out and everything. It's rusty over there too, and rusty over there. Can't really stop these old Toyotas from rusting. But it doesn't seem to have really any rust on these fenders too. These fenders right around that area would rust out as well. I'll go ahead and pop the hood here so you guys can take a look. Like I said, it has stock carburetor, stock engine. I did change the oil the other day, added 1.5 quarts because that's all we had lying around. There's the carburetor. What my dad said when we got it running, he took 2 carburetors and kind of mix and matched the parts to make it run. So there's the battery that I put in. It's probably deader than dead, so I don't think it's worth charging. But then again, maybe it is. Some information up there. Information plate back there. So this thing is a project, but I've gotten a lot done in the past few days. I originally did want to take out all the carpet and take out everything that I didn't need. So like all the interior. I don't really care about the interior, you know. I don't need this truck to look nice because it's rarer than rare. I'm just lucky having it as is. But I am going to fix all the dash pieces. I did have to fix the glove box compartments because those little tabs right there were bent and it wasn't allowing the glove box lid to fully shut. I don't know if I'm going to add a back seat. Doesn't look like there even was a back seat installed back here because there's no mounting places really. Also, my window right there is leaking. And I'll have to patch up this fiberglass here. This is another place. Actually, what they did is when I started peeling back this carpet, because I cut the carpet right about where the seat belts formed, and I saw there was a license plate here, and I took it off, and I thought there was going to be a big hole, but there actually wasn't. The fiberglass is still there, it's just loose. So I'm going to take an angle grinder, grind off all this crap, and then just patch it up. Still got to get the rest of this old rubberized matting out. I don't know why Toyota decided to do that. I don't think they had bed liner back in 1982. But yeah, I got most of the bad rust out. I'm still working on getting it all out, and then I'm priming the spots that are like this, that are bare metal, so that doesn't rust. But I don't know what gauge metal I'm going to have to use. I asked my dad if I could use diamond plate metal, but I think that's too thick. I can't really get a welder out here either. I don't think my dad has a long enough extension cord. Can't open that, but and my emergency brake doesn't work worth a dang. My clutch doesn't really work either, but I think it would work if it was running. And I did take off this shifter boot assembly right here because I wanted to get off. I don't know where it is right now, but no rust right in that area either, just surface rust. Also have to mount the mirror a little bit better too. But yeah, she's a project, but I'll get her running. My dad does have a 1981 Toyota Trekker back there as well, so we actually have 2 of these old beasts. But for the most part, guys, that's pretty much it for this truck. She's pretty rough, but any project requires a lot of time to do right. Got your locking hubs down here. Ugh, can't even turn them. Oh, I think she was engaged. Nope, nope. I was actually engaging them there. So yeah. She's a good old Trekker. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more content. Yamasaki out. See y'all later.